You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So it looks like you were here, back when you
Don't
were
look at
here,
me
they
like
had
that.
excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
he
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what?
And then-
You talking about you?
God
then.
don't like
Maybe
ugly.
you know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it ain't
Things
the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And
Well,
that
no,
evil
the weather
spirit
is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the
Okay.
judge. Don't direct none over him.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got
All
you,
right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works,
She hasn't been paying.
all right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
He got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she
is
got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something, though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not
Right.
going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put mom on child support,
I am.
all right? And health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right, congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I made me a manager at the McDonald's, so I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that many. So.
All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, Miss Daniels.
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand it, right?
I do, Judge.
All right,
But
so
I should be
let's
pretty
stay-
for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Okay, Judge. let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The
and
fact
quickly,
is-
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You
He did.
didn't. I
I
dismissed
had an
it.
opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest
Can I
you
swallow?
at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up. You know.
Oh,
I
let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from him.
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Clough,
I know.
Mr. Clough. We don't know, let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's gonna say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had
You know.
6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough, again,
federalists don't take
I'm
it. I
not,
put it
excuse me, Miss
overseas.
Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you wanna pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't wanna take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again,
Yes.
continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
You said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You
Handle.
need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between,
When are you gonna answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me. Because, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's $50,000 plus. So,
Ms. Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question. On
Judge, I have a
average,
simple answer.
on average,
On average.
how much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about, maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with
Oh
you.
my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed?
I
what
am
are we doing?
self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing, you said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support.
They're getting
You
hot
said
up in
they
here.
were with you excuse me?
It's hot. I'm
What
sorry.
are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot. in
She
here.
trying to show you what she
The
had
BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge,
So,
Judge, can I speak briefly?
briefly, make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was
that.
it?
Told
How
you.
much was it?
I mean, know, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40.
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh
though.
yeah, let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers.
but I didn't pay
You are
that.
about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Just
All right, so
5 children,
5
yeah.
children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
well,
no.
if I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor? Or?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends. I would.
She
say,
just
though,
answered my
it-
question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great
she's
monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus
I can give you that.
plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
That's right.
The kids will continue to live with him because
That's
that's
good.
who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's
Right.
not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No, next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
gravy.
further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are gonna stay with him and you guys are gonna work that out at
Judge,
a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you gonna get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a
can't.
car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay, Ms. Stone, you
Yes,
brought
ma'am.
this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so basically, this is my twin sister. She dropped off her child to me about like 6 months ago, dropped her off saying that she was gonna come back, run to the store, and literally never came back. I've been taking care of her. I myself has 2 other kids as well. The little girl, her name is Karina.
Okay.
But Karina, so
How old is Karina?
she's 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. She's been getting sick a lot. I've been taking her to a doctor, but out of my pocket, it's been hard to take care of all that. And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities, and not doing what she
excuse
needs
me,
to do.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
When she finishes, then I will come to you. But there will be no laughing in here.
I'm sorry,
Especially
Your
about what, don't be sorry, just don't do it.
All right.
Especially about what she just said, allegedly, that you're doing. You may continue.
But that's basically it. I'm here to request child support from her. That is my niece, and I do want her to, be okay. But I can't take care of her by myself.
Okay. All right. So, what's your name?
I'm Christina Stone.
Okay. All right, Christina. What do you have to say about what your sister said?
Basically, I just feel like we shouldn't even be here. We're sisters. This is a family matter. I don't even know why she even brought me here. I have tried to contact her, and for some reason, I have not been able to get a hold of her.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You seem to be upset.
Yes, I'm very upset because she's over here.
She should be upset. If what she says is true, that you left Karina with her after going to the store, is that true?
And she hasn't even called me at all. That's a
I've been
lie.
trying to get a hold of her.
1 second. It's a yes or no. Is that true? Did you
Yes.
leave Karina? Okay. She should be the one upset. You left your daughter, have not come back. She's paying things out of pocket. Your daughter has health issues, and you're not giving her any type of financial assistance. She should be upset. I don't understand your attitude.
I understand, but we are blood. We are family. I am going through a lot myself.
What are you going through?
Well, my baby father in jail, so it's hard for me to really.
What he in jail for?
He got involved in some. He got involved in some drugs and.
He's
Involved
a
in some
deadbeat.
drugs?
He ain't taking care of nobody.
Oh, okay.
So basically, yeah, he got involved with some drugs. He ended up in the penitentiary, and
How long has he been in there?
he's been in there for about 2 to 3 years, 2.5,
Okay.
something like that.
So he doesn't really know Karina then?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right. Okay, and I see that Dad was served by way of you through the penitentiary system. So he was ordered, to not necessarily be here because he can't be here, but he is aware that this hearing is taking place today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, I understand that it's a family matter, but at the end of the day, she's still doing something she is not obligated to do. And you do need to pay her child support. You and Dad both, but it wouldn't be right to put Dad on child support today considering he's not here and he's in a penitentiary. Do you know how long he will be in there?
He has about 4 more years left.
Okay, so in 4 years, you guys can come back to court and then we can modify it. But as far as today, you are going to start paying her some child support.
Well, what if I just get the custody back?
You ain't even taking care of her. What do you mean?
I could take care of my own child.
No, I've been seeing
Wait
you
a minute,
out on
excuse me.
Snapchat all over.
You two will just address me, okay? You never had custody from the sounds of it. If you dropped your daughter off and never went back, she has been in rightful custody of your daughter, not you. So I can't make her overturn that situation. I mean, she's been doing it. That's what's right. And what's right is that you should pay child support. You'd agree with me, right?
Well, I mean, I would eventually like to get my child back.
Well, that's fine eventually, but today, that's not what's going to happen, okay? How much money do you make?
I make about 30 grand a year.
30 grand a year. Okay, what do you do?
I work for a retail store.
You get commission?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is that the truth? Because you kind of hesitated.
I mean, I have other endeavors and stuff, like, side businesses.
Okay, but nothing that just generates a whole lot of money?
No,
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Okay. So your child support obligation will start today. And health insurance, do you know how much it would cost to add the child only?
So I had called around and they were quoting me about $500.
For that child only? Okay, if that child is, you said you have 2 other children? Mm-hmm. So it's 2 other children, it'll be you and then Karina.
Yes,
So it'll be
ma'am.
4 people. How much would it be total for your insurance?
So for all of us, I think they said like $1,300.
$1,300. Ooh, health insurance is so expensive. So what I can do is divide it by 4. So individually, each person would be $325. So that would be the coverage that you will reimburse to your sister. Okay? in addition to child support. So you said you have one child. I have your gross at $2,500 monthly, which brings your net to $2,146.92. And you have one child. That brings your child support obligation to $429 plus the health insurance at $325. Your monthly obligation is $754 a month. You can roll your eyes all you want to. I'm really not bothered by that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And based on what your sister said and based on your own admission, you're in the wrong, and it's only right that you pay her child support as well as health insurance so your daughter can get her health issues taken care of. Anything I said confuse you?
I understand.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, you know, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. You know, she's always working for the hospital. You know, yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I wouldn't so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours. And even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And, you know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They're always for days at a time. She's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago. And only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids. Especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have two.
Two, all right.
You mean we, not you?
No, I have two.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right. So you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay, all right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
Are you saying your kids are liars?
they could be. I mean, I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. I mean, it's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I mean, I am, though. Like, I feed them or sometimes, and
You feed them? You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
okay, but it's food, though.
but you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's
I mean,
okay?
they have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to
Changed
overnight.
his shift to
As he
spend more
should,
time
he's
with
a
the kids.
dad.
As
but-
you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift. Why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him. It's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no, I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right. Health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan. So I just
Yes.
pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are
It's
we doing?
Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom, period.
I mean, but I
And
didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that,
Yes, and I feel
but
like
you're
I'm.
not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So,
But you kept them.
no, we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when we
got
were
pregnant,
older,
once she
not
got
right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just, oh, this baby's really an inconvenience. to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what? I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
Don't, you know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Miller, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Miller, you brought this case before the court. What is going on?
This is my
Future
son's
daughter-in-law.
baby mama.
Future
Okay.
daughter-in-law.
And Tracy. So Tracy leaves the kids with me and didn't come back to check on the kids, haven't done anything, just dropped them off and took off and expects me to take care of the children with no money. She doesn't drop food off. She didn't leave any clothes. She didn't do anything. Tracy says she works all the time. That's what she tells me.
Okay.
That's where she is. So she hasn't done anything with the kids.
Okay.
And they're small kids. They're 3 and 4. I'm trying to deal with a 3 and 4-year-old while she runs around and does whatever Tracy decides she wants to do.
Okay. Is her name Tracy?
Yes, Tracy. Tracy, I guess is what it is.
It's Tracy, Judge.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's just Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So special. She's very special.
According to your son, I am.
Okay. Tracy,
He just
what
has
is-
bad
what's your
taste in
last
women.
name?
My name is Tracy Smith, Judge.
Smith. Okay.
Yes, and I'm prepared. I watch your court hearings on Zoom and the other
Kiss it
courts.
up. Are you really
So I'm-
kiss it up?
Excuse me. There is nothing wrong with watching hearings on Zoom. That's not kissing up.
It just sounds like a kiss up to me.
No. Well,
that would be Tracy.
What-
That would be her.
Okay. Mrs. Miller, we're going to be nice
Yes,
and respectful.
I apologize,
It's
Your
not
Honor.
kissing up if she is watching court on Zoom. That's why we live
Yeah,
stream, so
yeah.
you can watch it. And a lot of people watch it to get prepared. I see you have your notes there.
Yes,
I see
yes,
that she has notes there. That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay, but I would watch it if I wasn't watching kids and kid shows. But that's because I got kids. But
Your
I
Honor, I
understand.
don't know why
I
she's so
understand.
mean to me.
Oh,
Like,
here
I
go the
don't
tears.
understand.
Here go the tears.
Okay,
Here go
hold
the
on,
tears.
hold on. Miss Smith, I'll get over to you in just a moment. Okay, now, Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
you said she dropped the kids off and go do, how do you know the things that she do?
She claims she's working, but she claims she has no money. I'm trying to figure out how that works. How do you work but have no money for your children? I mean, I'm confused because I don't understand that.
How long have the children been with you?
6 months.
6 months, and who dropped them off to you?
She did.
Okay.
Tracy did.
I'm assuming the two of you don't get along.
She's not my favorite person. No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she's really not. She's really not.
I mean, well, why is that? Just
I just don't,
curious.
because she lies. She's not taking care of her children. She tricked my son into having children with her.
I did not
just
trick
don't
your son
understand
into
it.
my bed. I
don't
didn't trick your son into my bed. He got there
She
voluntarily.
kind of got a
That's
point
what
there.
you offered.
And very happily,
That's
might I
what you
add.
offered. So he got in the bed.
Okay, so how do you know their relationship?
My son tells me things.
Right. You
And then-
only get it, hear me out, you're only getting information from your son. And I'm not saying that your son is not being truthful, but that's just one side of it. It's always another
I mean,
side.
I see stuff.
And it seems like you're very passionate about your grandchildren.
Yes, I am.
So you should at least pretend to get along with their mother. I mean, she did drop the kids off to you, so she must trust you, right?
I don't say anything bad about her.
Wait a
to
minute,
the
wait a
children.
minute. She did trust you enough to drop the children off to you, right?
Or yes, or she had no one else. Well, but-
Okay, but even still, with having no one else, she could have put the kids with somebody that she really didn't know.
Not
But
my
she-
grandchildren. She was.
That's my point. She trusted you enough to bring them to you.
Good point. Good point. Point
Okay.
taken. Point
Now,
taken.
isn't it fair
It's
to
probably my
say
son's idea.
part of your son's idea to do what?
Drop the children off to me. She probably didn't think about it.
Okay, is that a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing. I'm just saying she probably didn't contribute to that. It was probably his decision. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
She
following
probably
what's
would have
the
just
issue.
left him with anybody.
Your Honor, I'm
He
going to
probably-
object. I object, Your
What
Honor.
you objected for?
Okay,
You ain't no
okay,
attorney. How you objected?
Wait, she has the right to object. Both of you can object.
Oh,
you
I didn't know
represent
that.
yourself.
Okay, that's good to
Yeah.
know. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm listening.
Now, what
so
is
I
your
can
objection?
object.
That's not true.
Okay, what is your legal objection?
That it's not true.
All right, so that's not a legal objection.
Not an attorney.
So it doesn't matter. She watches court on Zoom, so she is learning how to represent herself.
Right, right.
Let's not knock anyone for
That's
trying
true.
to represent themselves.
That's true.
not a legal objection, unfortunately. So I'm going to allow her to keep speaking, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, Mrs. Miller, is there anything else you want me to know? Well, before I go there, let me ask you a question. Did you all communicate at all about why the children were being dropped off to you?
My son is in the military.
Okay,
So Tracy, should be taking care of the children.
okay.
But she got this new career that she has to worry about. So they're
That's a
with
good
me.
thing, right?
If it keeps you away from your children, no.
Okay.
No.
And you said 6 months they've been with you.
6 months.
Was there a discussion about it being a temporary thing or was it just permanent?
Temporary.
You told me it was going to be temporary.
I told your son it was going to be temporary.
You didn't tell me it was going to be temporary when you dropped them off.
Okay, so I see kind of what's going on here. Sounds like a lot of miscommunication. You're communicating with your son directly about the things that she and your son discussed, but your son is not really relaying it to you as though he spoke to her about it. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like, but my son wouldn't lie. He wouldn't make up things.
He wouldn't
So-
lie, but you would.
Okay, wait a minute. So you said your son wouldn't lie. Did he tell
Did
you?
she just call me a liar, though? Did you just call me a liar, girl?
I don't think she said that. I didn't hear that word.
It better not have been that word.
Yeah,
You
I
have
don't
an
think she said that
amazing
word.
gift for rewriting
Okay,
reality.
Miss Smith, we will get to you shortly.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay?
I should know that by now. I watch your court all the time. I won't do it again.
Just
Okay,
better watch
thank
them
you.
YouTubes a little closer next time.
Okay, that was not
I'm
nice.
sorry. You said be nice.
Miss
I
Miller,
apologize.
you do not have to act like that, okay?
I don't. I
Now,
apologize.
when we first started talking, you said she was your son's baby mama, and I believe she said they were engaged or fiance or something.
Nah, they ain't.
So couldn't it be that your son doesn't tell you everything?
She got a ring on.
I mean,
I
I
didn't
thought I
have-
heard her say that.
So you got money to buy a ring.
No,
but
your
you ain't got the
son-
money for the kids.
Your son bought
But you
me
took
a
the ring. You should have said, no, give my mama the money give your mother the money for the babies.
Is it my turn?
Okay.
No, but you
is
put the
it-
ring on so you can
Mrs. Miller.
flash it. Flash
Mrs.
it.
Miller.
Flash
Mrs.
it
Miller.
Again. Flash it again, girl.
Mrs. Miller, it's a beautiful ring. Now, is there anything
Sure
else
is.
you
Look
want
like
me
it
to
costs
know?
a little money too, don't it?
And it sounds like that's a conversation you need to have with your son on another day. Is there anything else
There's
you
no
want me
proof
to
that
know?
he paid for that, though.
Is there
There's no
anything
proof.
else you want me
No,
to know?
Your Honor, that's it.
Okay, so I can move over to
Yes,
Miss
Your
Smith
Honor.
then.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Miss Smith, it is your turn. What do you want me to know?
Your Honor, she absolutely has not had my kids consistently for 6 months.
Lie.
Okay, how long have Ms. Miller?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Ms.
just making
Miller?
notes on what she was saying. I apologize.
Yes, you can quietly
I
make notes.
apologize.
Quietly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So her son and I are very much so in love, and he just recently joined the military.
I'm sorry. I should have had some water before I sit down. I apologize. I apologize.
He recently joined the military and he's deployed right now. He's probably going to flip out when he finds out what his mom has done by bringing me to child support court.
So he doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't know. I haven't been able to talk to him yet because he's on deployment. So unless she told him, my understanding is he doesn't know. I just got these papers handed to me like maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
To be here.
Yes, and I've emailed him, but I haven't got a response yet. He has limited access right now while he's overseas.
Okay, so it is indeed a fact that you dropped the children off to grandmother 6 months ago.
Yes, so the court knows I'm a influencer, and I hate saying that because I'm still growing right now. I'm in
Okay.
the growing stage. And so I do like travel blogs and things like that, which require me to travel.
Object, question. Which one can I do
excuse
the
me.
question? What she said. What's an influencer? What is?
So
what's
what
this
is your
Tracy
legal
doing
what is
now?
your legal objection?
The legal objection is that she's lying.
That's not a legal objection. And there will be
Falsifying information. Falsifying information. What's
Okay.
an influencer? What's that she says she does?
okay,
So that's false.
all right, that's not a legal objection either. So I'm going to allow her to finish because then maybe you can hear what an influencer is.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
All right. Continue.
So I don't get paid a lot. Mostly they just kind of cop the expenses and stuff while I'm growing my channel. Before he deployed about 7 months ago. And he did not want me to give up my growing career. I'm starting to get a lot of traction on social media. And so he told me that he talked to his mom and agreed that she would take care of the kids while I have to travel. And I don't travel for like a month at a time. I'm gone maybe 5 days to 7 days, and I'm back 2 or 3, and I get my kids. And then if I have to travel again, I leave them with her. You know, I don't have my mom. And so when I got in this relationship, I wanted to have a good relationship with her, and I don't know why she's so mean to me. Like, I have beautiful children with her son, and I'm a good person. And so if she doesn't want to take care of them or help me anymore, I can give up being a influencer.
And get a
I'll
real
keep
job.
my kids.
And excuse me. Influencing. When you say influencing, you're talking about social media, content creator, that kind of stuff?
Yes, and my specific niche is travel videos. And, you know, they're young right now. I hope when they're older, you know, my fiance and I plan to integrate the kids and do like family trips and show how to travel on a budget. Like, we have a plan marked out for it, but his deployment right now, you know, he's going to get out of the military when his term is up this time. He's not re-enlisting.
Okay.
So if she's not willing to help us, like, you know, my fiance said, I'll take them back, but she doesn't talk to me. And I send them with food and groceries when I have to travel. It's not like, you know, not
Where's
to
Christmas
mention
treats? That ain't no
not to
food.
mention my fiance, when he's here, we live together. We're happily together. My fiance pays, she's on our phone plan. She, my fiance pays like some of the bills at the house and stuff. So while it's not maybe coming from me directly, it's from our household.
Okay, I
Because
understand.
we're getting married. When he gets permission for leave, we're going to be married. Whether she likes it or not, whether she's there or not, we're going to be married.
Okay. I see what's going on here. It sounds like a lot of miscommunication going on, not only between she and her fiance, well, not necessarily between the two of them. I believe that based on what she just said, they knew what they were doing, but your son is not communicating with you, and the two of you aren't communicating with each other.
But Your Honor, she says that he was doing the paying part of the bills. He's always paid part of my bills. That was before the children came. So for
Okay.
her to say he's paying the bills for the children, he's not paying those bills for the children. He's always taking care of his mother.
I don't think that's what she meant by that. I don't believe that's what she meant. And
Your
in
Honor,
order
you
for
just don't know Tracy. You just don't. You
well,
just
it
don't.
sounds like you don't know a whole lot about
just don't.
their relationship. You didn't even know that this is about to be your daughter-in-law.
Hi, Mom.
Girl, don't say that to me no more. I had a nice girl picked out for him to live down the street. Keisha was sweet. He went to school with her. He
Keisha's
could have had a
missing a
nice girl and stuff. And then he went and got this girl right here because she did things with him that little Keisha wasn't gonna do. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to slander her. But I do want to say that Miss Influencer should be able to pay for her children that live with me. She brings like Rice Krispie treats and cookies, and
That's what
that
my
ain't no
kids like.
food. They need noodles. I don't know how to cook noodles.
I have one question. When she dropped these children off to you, did she say that she was never coming back to pick them up? Or did she say that this was a temporary situation?
She said, I am pursuing a career that requires me to travel a little.
Okay.
So I need you to watch the children while I do that. Well, of course, they're my son's children. Of course,
Right.
I'm going to watch the children. But no, she did not say that it was going to be this long and she was going to be gone.
Did your son tell you it was temporary?
Well, I don't like to bother him, with some of this stuff.
That wasn't my question. Did your son tell you that this was a temporary situation while they were, trying to sort things out with military and
Yeah,
a
he
job?
said why she started her little career.
Okay, so
That you need to watch, I was going to have the kids.
so you agreed, and I believe there is.
But 6 months?
Do y'all have anything you want me to look at? Because I see that you have documents over here. I see that you have. Looks like you just
No, I
have
just
notes.
have my notes, Your Honor.
I have the email that my husband, my almost husband, sent to his mom.
Could you stop saying that? And you have his
should
email
get
address,
used to
don't you?
it.
Don't you check his email? So you probably sent that email.
But how do you know?
Thank you.
Because that's the kind of person she is.
Come on,
And
Mrs.
so
Miller.
The email
Thank
states
you.
like if she could watch them while I travel, and you haven't heard her deny. I get them when I come back. It's never for longer than 5, maybe 7 days at a time. And if she wants to
How much money have you given toward this? See how she talks? See, there's the real her. There's the real her coming out right now.
No,
Go ahead.
no,
Don't start
no.
that crying. Just
No,
keep
no.
going like that.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. You keep interrupting her. You keep interrupting
That's
her.
'cause she be
She
lying.
did it to you too. So I can't just say that you're 100% at fault. You both are doing it. I don't see how y'all are going to be able to work together with these children if you can't even get a word in. Now, in this email,
See, she interrupted
it is very clear what the intentions were. It is very clear that this was a temporary situation and you agree to help them.
She wrote that email. I agreed to keep my grandchildren because I didn't want anybody else to have
That's
them.
what the email says.
I agreed. I did agree.
Okay, so
I'll take that.
Mrs. Miller, I don't like to tell people what their intentions are, but it does not seem like you did anything here today other than to come and waste my time. Because you should not have filed a child support situation on her. You should not. It's
She's the
very
mother.
clear. It is very clear that this arrangement was for you to help not only her, but to help your son as well. And then if it's true what she also said, that she hasn't been able to communicate with her husband, he doesn't even know that you did this. I'm sorry, your son, her fiance, he doesn't even know that you did this. You think he's gonna be impressed to know that his mother did that to his fiance?
He'll understand. He'll understand.
No, that's not funny. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. Things like this is what makes it hard for families. Child support is hard enough on anybody, but to file it simply because you don't like the other person, that's just mean.
Well, also she has money. She's not paying. She doesn't give anything. She running around
What
talking
was the
about
agreement
doing
with
the
that?
job.
What is it? Wait 1 second. Miss Smith, what was the agreement, if any, for financial support of these children while your husband was on deployment and you were traveling for work?
My fiance continues to pay some of the bills, like her phone bill, and I think he pays the internet and gives her money when he's there. But
Always done that.
I also drop off groceries for the days when she does watch them. But I want to let the court know, if she wants to completely destroy her relationship with her son and with my children,
What happens with me and my
with
son?
my children, I will pick them up and they will not be going back to her house. And this is why I
Threat.
can't.
Well, I
That
don't
was a
want you to
threat.
do that.
Objective threat. Can I object to a threat?
Well, she didn't actually threaten you. With
She said
anything.
she gonna take the
And
kids and
that's
not let me see them
and
anymore.
that's not a legal objection.
Oh, well,
and
it's a
I mean,
threat.
you know, I would never recommend anybody to stop children from seeing the other parts of their family.
Right.
However,
Amen. Right.
you're going to have to play fair. You're going to have to play fair. If there was, according to this email, there's nothing in here that said any exchange of financial anything for the children from her to you.
And that's why I filed for child support.
Why
Right,
won't
but
you just
that-
give me a chance? Like, I'm a good person.
Yo, that is
Your
a good
son
question.
loves me.
Miss Smith, let me ask the question, but I'm gonna piggyback off what she said. Why? Just give her a chance. It sounds like she really loves your son, and it sounds like her son really loves her too. So y'all should be working together as a family at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially
Judge.
with him not being here. This is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to get to know each other.
But she's never here. She's traveling with that little new job.
Call her and you all sit down and have a conversation. Get to know each other. This is not the place to do it. This is where bitter feelings, all of those things come into place. This is not the court. This is not the court. This is not the place to be doing these types of things. All right? I'm going to deny your request, and I'm going to dismiss this case because you do not have a reason to ask for child support. It's very clear from this email that you knew what the situation was and you agreed to help them. And you're getting financial support from it. It's just not what you're looking for, but that was the agreement, to continue paying the bills and everything like that.
I won't be dropping them off on Monday. So
You ain't gonna have that already there. You probably not coming.
No, hold on. Yes, you are. Because y'all are gonna do what? Y'all gonna go have a conversation.
Did you hear her? We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes, y'all are gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have to
and
play
y'all are
nice,
gonna
not
work
just in
this
front
out.
of the judge.
And you are too. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything further?
no, Your Honor. Can we like order counseling? Is that an option?
Girl, please.
Well, I can't necessarily order counseling because, you know,
Because
this.
I can't talk to her. Look how
Well,
she reacts.
here's the deal.
Girl,
Here's the
please.
deal. I cannot order that. That is not what we do in child support court, but I would highly recommend and encourage it. And it can be done. And I have faith in the both of you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Harper, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, I am leaving Mr. Harper because I have reason to believe that he's been involved with other women, and we have 2 children. We've only been married 2 years,
Okay.
and I'm devastated.
All right. How old are your children?
They are 2 and 6 months.
Oh, you have little babies.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. So you said you have reason to believe. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, we're in the pool business. My husband, soon to be ex-husband, is in the pool business, and you know, he's going out to these pools after they're finished. I mean, these women are in their bikinis. They're laying out. Why does he need to be over there? He's saying that he's just servicing. I don't know what he's servicing. But
Servicing the pool
who
after
kn-
hours?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at his phone one day. I mean, it was just because I needed to check on something because I'm in the business too. I'm the secretary.
Okay.
And there's these women, these customers that are texting him. And I mean, it was, I can't even repeat what some of these
The
texts said.
customers that are in the swimsuits?
So they're the women of these pools that have been put in, and they're texting him long after the pools have been put in.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you seeking here today?
Well, basically, I just can't bring my children up in this kind of situation. And I basically want to leave with the children. And, you know, he makes a lot of money. Our business makes a lot of money. But when I leave, I'm not going to have that. So I need to keep the lifestyle that my children and I have had. They go to private school, and we have a nanny. And so I need to continue that so that their lives aren't disturbed. And we live in a house, $500,000, and I need to maintain something similar so that it's not a big adjustment for any of us.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Private school, do you all pay tuition for that?
Yeah, yes. we
Okay.
do.
How much is it? If you were to break it down monthly, because I know tuition sometimes isn't a monthly thing.
It's about $1,800 a month.
$1,800. What kind of private school is it?
It's a good private school.
Oh my gosh. They teaching the baby how to drive?
Well, the baby's not there yet, but he will
Well,
be.
the 2-year-old, right?
Well,
That's still a baby for $1,800.
it's a tuitional. I mean, you grow with the school, so.
Does the tuition payment grow too?
No.
Oh, okay. So it stays at
It stays,
$1,800.
yeah.
Okay.
Once they're accepted, they're accepted.
Okay, I follow you now. So if we were to break that down monthly, that's about $150 a month. What about the nanny? How much does she cost monthly?
I think he pays most of the bills, so he can probably answer that better.
Okay. Have you already started looking at other homes, other apartments, or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, there's a couple other homes in the neighborhood that I'd really like to move into. I think that would be the least disruptive to me and to the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
Would you be renting out those homes?
basically, I would like to buy one
Okay.
so that we can maintain the same lifestyle that we've had.
Okay. If you were to buy a home, the homes that you were looking at, what are you looking at on mortgage?
About $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I would think he would need to pay the majority of that.
Okay. So you want him to buy you a home, you and the children a home?
I mean, I would call it spousal support. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about any other bills that you will potentially have to pay?
So, you know, I think he should keep paying for the nanny and the private school.
Okay.
And, you know, I have been only working part-time. And of course, I would not want to keep working in the business with him and these customers who are still coming around. So I would have to find a job, and that could take a really long time. So I would think he should pay everything until I find something where I can work part-time.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Well, just don't believe his excuses about these women. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Harper?
Well, there's no excuses about any of the women. I had developed this business long before we got married.
Okay.
And we've been married a couple of years. And I've worked hard to get this business to where it is. I've got a great staff. I've got a great team of crews out there working. And you know, one of the things that I do is I go out and I make sure the work's quality work, so I can put my name on it. Do I take care of my clients after we've put in a pool? Absolutely.
Well, your definition of taking care, is it what she's thinking?
No,
Okay.
it's I maintain contact with my clients, and they contact me if there's an issue, if they've got
He
questions.
maintains contact.
And I go out and I see those clients because that tends to give me more referral business, and I'm not having to spend as much on marketing and advertising as I would if I didn't have that referral business.
Okay.
So I want to
Why-
make sure I keep in contact with all those clients.
Why are these women saying that, come over, I'm going to be laying out?
They tell me whatever they want to tell me. That has nothing to do with.
So you go join them while they're laying out?
Well, I mean, if they're out by their pool, they're out by their pool. That has nothing to do with my business.
Do you join them in the pool?
No.
Okay.
I saw a picture. One of those texts had a picture of you in the pool.
I don't.
What were you doing in the pool? You were checking the depth?
I don't remember ever seeing that picture. So now I will say this: she has imagined a lot of stuff that goes on.
She has a good imagination.
Very good.
Oh,
and
okay.
she does work part-time as the secretary, but her primary job is to take care of the kids.
Okay, so you'll agree with everything she said about taking care of the kids and everything like that.
And she does a fairly good job when she's there.
Oh, what does that mean?
Primarily, the nanny does all the work for taking care of the kids.
Speaking of the nanny, how much do you pay her a month?
We're actually paying her probably a little less than what we deserve, but it's probably about $1,200 a month.
Okay.
And
so you make pretty good money. How much money do you make in this pool business?
Well, I've been averaging about $280 a year.
But it could be higher?
It could be.
Or it could be lower?
It depends on the market.
Okay.
He's not even being truthful about that. He makes over 300.
He makes over 300? Okay. Is that true, Mr. Harper?
No, that's not true.
So where did she get that from?
Well, I mean, it's her lifestyle. I mean, she likes going out and with her girlfriends and having her lunches and having her, her spa days and
therapy sessions.
I pay
You
for.
You call your spa days therapy sessions?
No, I'm going to therapy because of what he's putting me through.
Oh, okay. You sure it's not what your imagination is putting you through?
I imagine
because he said you are imagining all of this.
I imagine he was a good guy too a couple of years ago when I said I do. So yeah, only in that do I have a good imagination.
Oh, okay.
So not only do I maintain the house and maintain the bills and take care of all that, I also have the kids on my insurance, her on my insurance.
How much is the insurance for just the children?
$309.
$309, okay.
Yeah. And, that's important to me. I want the kids to be safe. I want the kids to be brought up in a good, wholesome environment.
Wholesome.
And she,
You're not
she
even
gives
home
everything
at
off to the
night.
nanny.
Ma'am, let him speak. I gave you an opportunity to speak. He did not interrupt you while you were speaking. I promise I will get back to you. Continue, Mr. Harper.
She doesn't, she pretty much hands everything off to the nanny and requires the nanny to take care of all that. She's got a pretty cozy lifestyle. We've got a nice house. I'd like to keep I'd like to keep the kids, with me.
No.
And make sure they're taken care of because she's too busy taking care of herself.
All right. But your work schedule, would that permit you to have the children on a full-time basis?
It would be difficult, but I would see it made sure it happened.
So wouldn't it be in the best interest of the children for them to just stay with mom like they've always been doing?
Well, if mom would stay with them, yeah, I would agree with that. But it's like I said, it's primarily the nanny.
But you're paying for the nanny, so it would be the same difference if you were to have them. Well, no, they would be with the nanny more if they were with you.
Possibly.
So you could potentially be paying the nanny more if the children were with you. Yeah, I don't think that's good for them. Ms. Harper, I have a couple of questions for you. What is your educational background, if any?
Yeah, I'm very proud to say that I got my GED.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you were going to say something else when I asked you not to interrupt him.
Oh, well, so he's saying he wants them to have a wholesome lifestyle. Like, give me a break. What's wholesome about going to these women's houses, when he could be at home at night? So it's not always during the day. He's not home a lot
I'm
at
not
night.
at women's houses every night or anything like that.
But some nights, huh?
No, not even some nights. Occasionally it happens. And their family is there as well.
So your customers call you at night for pool maintenance?
No, they'll call me at night.
Is that what you're telling me here today?
No, they'll call me at night to ask me questions about referrals, about maintaining the pool, things like that.
At night?
Sure. Usually when I go over at night, their families are there too.
How late are we talking at night?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
Okay. That's not too late.
It makes no sense. I mean, wholesome
Well, I agree
family.
with that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a wholesome family. I mean, we would have dinner together. We would be at home. We'd be reading to the kids, playing with the kids, putting them to bed.
Should have fixed dinner, but yeah.
Ooh, so you don't cook?
Well, I mean, we have somebody for that.
Oh, so you all have a chef too?
Well, we usually have food brought in, you know, either I come home with dinner or pick something up, but yeah, kitchen, no, that's for snacks.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I am going to do. I definitely think that your wife has grounds. She's eligible to receive some sort of spousal maintenance, especially if she no longer wishes to remain in the home with you. Had she wished to remain in the home, this would probably be a different type of situation. She may still be entitled to some spousal maintenance, just probably not as much. So what I'm going to do is to order you pay spousal maintenance to your wife. And it's not going to be anything that's, you know, forever, ma'am. I just want you to understand that. It will definitely be a temporary situation, at least to get you on your feet so you can look for a job, find suitable living arrangements for the children and everything like that. So first, let's start with child support. You said your yearly income is about $280,000 a year. So that would put you, even if it's at $300,000, ma'am, in Texas, he caps. So his gross would be based on $12,325.35, which would make his net resources $9,200. Now, sir, are these the only two children you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So $9,200.
Supposedly.
Well, you know, that has nothing to do with me. We can review that at a later date, but as of today, that has nothing to do with me. So when we look at your income, that brings your net resources to about $8,891. You have two children. So if we multiply that by 25%, that brings your child support amount to $2,222.75. Now, your wife testified, and you really didn't disagree with her, that you testified about the nanny costing $1,200 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. The private school is $1,800 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. Wife also testified that the mortgage potentially for the next home will be about $3,000. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that because, ma'am, you will be working and you should be able to maintain something. I'm not going to have him just 100% take care of you. Spousal maintenance is to assist. It's not to help you, just live off of him for a long time. So spousal maintenance is going to be in the amount of $4,500. I gave you a credit for that $309 with the health insurance. So that brings your monthly obligation for child support and spousal maintenance to $6,800 a month, which I believe is pretty fair. I mean, you've been maintaining the nanny, you've been maintaining the private school. Nothing should change when it comes to the children. But as far as you're concerned, I do believe that part of that responsibility should be yours in terms of paying the mortgage. And I just want to reiterate, this is only temporary. So you start working, you make decent living. The children, for whatever reason, are no longer in private school, or the nanny is for whatever reason removed. He can come back and petition the court and ask for something different. And there's a high likelihood his payment of spousal support to you may be removed. So I just want to make sure I'm clear about that.
So what if it takes me a year to get a job?
Well,
Probably take her longer than that.
I hope it wouldn't take you years, ma'am. At that point, you're just being spoiled, must I say. It should not take you years to find a job. If it takes you years to find a job, that means you are intentionally not actively looking for a job. And if he comes back in here, and that is the case, I will surely make sure that he stops paying you spousal maintenance. Okay? Is there anything further?
No.
You have any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.